Hi everybody, Barb here with Winter's Easel again. Day 9 of my camping excursion. I have been to Washington and now I'm back in Montana. This is the second camp in Montana, so that makes 3 camps so far. I early this spring did a kind of reconfiguration of my quote-unquote composting toilet. I decided that in my application, the actual composting toilet didn't work out too well for me because being in a pickup, I can't use a tall enough bucket to really do composting with. So what I have now is a painter's bucket. I think it's like 2.5 or 3 gallon. A 5-gallon lid fits on it. If you want, you can use like a Gamma Seal lid because they're not too bad. This is a Gamma Seal lid on this tall 5-gallon bucket, which is where I put the stinky stuff. So what I did for this is it was kind of a trial and error thing. I used this black bucket for several years and I just put a plastic liner and some coco coir in there and tried to get it to work, but without the urine separator part of it, it just no matter what I did, what I used, it just didn't work out. So what I do now is I put in this trash can. Now I'll put a couple photos in there. It's just a dollar store trash can and it was a little too tall, so I cut the rim down. And I had to do a little dip here for the funnel that I use for the urine separator. And it was still a little too tall, so I cut the bottom off about 1/2 inch. And then I turned the bottom upside down and then put the trash can back over it and used a whole bunch of hot glue to reseal it. Because this isn't going to be really holding anything anyway. It's going to have a plastic liner, a bag liner in it. And then one of the things is the funnel that you need to use for a urine separator. Without buying one of those, they're so long that using this short bucket, you can't get any kind of catchment underneath it to hold anything, really. What I did, back to the dollar store, I got this. I don't know, probably didn't cost me $2, probably $1 something, $2. And I thought, well, I can cut a hole for the little funnel I bought. However, this is the funnel I bought. It is a stainless steel canning funnel. And if you look, it's short. It's only about a little over 2 inches, maybe 2.25 inches all total from the spout on the bottom to the rim on the top. So what that does is I cut this little dip in there, so that fits right in there like that. And believe it or not, once I get this in place, it just sits there. I don't have to glue it in. I didn't have to screw it in. So let me put this together and show you how it all goes. I ended up just opening the lid and I thought, you know, that might just fit in there. I did have to put a little wood block under there, a little piece of plywood to get it to up to the height that needed to be. Like I've said in other videos, I can use this twice in a night, and that's mainly what I just need it for, is nighttime. I put it out in the potty tent and during the day too, but I can just empty it, you know. But at night, you don't want to have to do that. So I do have another, if I need to, for liquids. I have another little container I can just use. So anyway, so I just set that in there, and I did put some Velcro on it so it kind of stays, doesn't wobble around. And then the funnel just fits right in that little space. Okay? So what I do, I got a roll of, I think these are 2.5 gallon, these are composting bags, and I didn't realize they were, or biodegradable, whatever you want to call it. But they're not the strongest things on the face of the earth. But they work for this, because I really only use them once And then I pull it out each time I need to use the solids and put it in my stinky bucket with the sealed gamma lid. Works great. Okay, so there we have that ready to go. I have lost my lid. Hang on, I'll be right back. I didn't really lose the lid. I just forgot to set it over here. That sits in there, all nice and cozy, just like that. Like I said, it's Velcroed down. The waste bucket is also Velcroed to the back sides. And so I just set this down in there, like that. And I even got a little plug, you know, in case there's any odors from that. And then, just to be nice to myself, I got a odor genie, which, as long as you change this out each time you use it, it's fine. Very little odor lingers. I at first put one of those little car Scentsy things in there, but this thing works much better. And I just drop it in there, just like that. Probably should do it with the vent side out though. There we go. And then when I put the lid on, this is a Reliance lid. Fits on this bucket better than the Luggable Loo one does. I don't know why. So I set that on there like that. These always come apart, so I have it taped. And seal it down. And that is solid, solid, solid in there. It is not going anywhere. So, ta-da! That's that. Ready for use. And it works great. I wanted to wait to really do how I did this till I used it for a while to see how good it works. And I love it. It works great. That's that. And then when I take the baggies out, I put them in here. So you could do the same thing with a regular 5-gallon bucket size and have a taller urine catchment and a little taller waste bucket. It'd all work the same, and that you just get more volume out of it. And so there you go. That's my version of my compostable potty, which I don't compost. It's a go and go. I hope that was helpful.